Hello, this is installation instruction for Cobra header repeating magazine, and you'll get a package. So I have unwrapped already the details, but every details will be wrapped in such bubble material. So for demonstration purposes everything is unwrapped, and you're gonna get instruction with links to videos. So before you proceed with installation, you need to do some work with header. So first of all, you need to get off stock magazine, unscrewing this screw, and you need to unscrew those Picatinny rails. It holds by 4 screws like this, and one of hexagons we are providing in our set fits this screw well, so you will be able to unscrew it. The only thing you need is a screwdriver with cross at the front for replacement screws here in the Picatinny. We are not sending the screwdriver because it's kind of too big. And okay, so let's put aside those Picatinny rails, magazine, short bolts. So let's do some unpacking. So, instruction. Then you'll get in the set frontal parts. You'll get magazine. You'll get this insertion for changing Picatinny rail, which is optional if you need to bend a bit this Picatinny rail. And then set of items that you will need for installation. Side screws for the magazine, top screw for the magazine for fixation, then 4 screws for frontal part fixation, and pica aim and anti-jammers. Don't be confused, we are sending here basically siege anti-jammer, because this header anti-jammer is a bit thinner, so it can fit here in between of magazine and crossbow, but here is our own magazine, so we can afford a bit thicker material, so don't put here header anti-jammers, put siege anti-jammers on this magazine. So it's a bit confusing, but now you know. Okay, so first thing you're gonna do, you will attach. Actually, it should not be first thing. You can decide in which order you do it, but first for demonstration purposes, let's fixate frontal part. So you're gonna use 2 screws. The one without rotator you're gonna use for left side, and the one with rotator for right side. So it's good if you try to fit existing thread of this screw into the hole, because the screw has same similar step. So try to, if you mount and then mount this frontal part, try to match this existing thread. Okay, so now we're gonna mount the right side here. Okay, and one here. And probably don't go till the end for one screw. Just try to easily fixate both screws and then tighten those. And also remember, there is a plastic, so don't apply too much power. So you should fixate it so there is no movement, but don't apply too power, because otherwise you will destroy the thread. Okay, so now frontal part is fixated, and we can now mount the magazine. For the magazine, we have here a sandpaper. You can sandpaper a bit this anti-jammer and sandpaper this surface, and you can glue this anti-jammer here. Don't apply too much glue. It's enough with like 2 dots here, and because anti-jammer is fixated well between the magazine and the crossbow. This is only for convenience when you assemble, disassemble it. And be sure that this moving part is located behind this string fixator, not in front, because then first time you will have issue with loading it. So put it behind. So you can glue it here. Another option, you can actually glue it here also with 2 dots, but be sure that it goes all the way down into this hole here. So it actually doesn't matter. I would recommend to glue it to the crossbow. Okay, for demonstration purposes now we're gonna only place it here, not do any fixation with the glue. And then we take those small bolts, 5mm bolts, and we fixate it here. So small note, I know that there might be somewhere in someone's hands it might be other variation with imperial bolts here on the side. And if you have such crossbow, just let us know. We will put for use those imperial bolts additionally into the set. But by default we are setting 5mm bolts only. And then the last thing you need to do, you need to fixate this top screw. It might be a bit challenging, but what you need to do, you need to actually fit the hole and just screw it all the way down, again not over pressuring it. Small hack, you can put a screw on the top of this hexagon and then screw it in like this. So in that way you will be already with this hexagon on the screw and be able to screw it in. Otherwise you need to fit the hole here. So I think it's the most challengeable part of installation here. And after that you're actually done. Don't forget to lubricate the rail time to time, and at least this part and the string itself. So in that case this rear part will be lubricated as well, but maybe sometimes you can also remove the magazine, I don't know. I actually don't lubricate this part, I just lubricate the string and lubricate this part, and it works well for me. I can lubricate here, so I actually never, almost never remove the magazine for lubrication purposes. Okay, so the most important thing you need to do before you start using bolts, and you can use R series bolt from ECA Archery or any compatible bolts here, but it doesn't mean you can just put them in and just go to the range. First you need to check, and you put the bolt here and you push bolt as much possible to the rear side, and then you should get a few millimeters here of free space, and then you put it front and you get few millimeters here. So this bolt is very good and it can be used, but I'll show you an example, and this bolt makes me worried. So I don't get here any millimeters here, so I would go with reposition the vane and putting this vane just like 1 millimeter back. And at the end of this video you will get two detailed links to two detailed videos. One how to check the vanes and another how to reposition the vanes. So repositioning of the vanes is very easy. Here is a bolt with reposition vanes. You see I did not make it very accurately, so you can see the glue here, but in general this is very well functioning bolt, and you should do same with bolts that doesn't fit the magazine. So it's very important. And then what you need to do at the end, you need to put all those bolts in, those bolts that you decide that are good and doesn't need any rework. You put them all in and then you'll do a quick check. So first of all, you need to push bolts a bit up and see that those are going up well, and then you probably need to move front locker like this, and then you just check that bolts are traveling free. So if top locker doesn't have enough power to push the bolts down, it means that something is one of the vanes is catching, or more vanes are catching the magazine wall, and you need to fix it. So please use those two videos at the end of this installation instruction. So anti-jammer, anti-jammer PKM, which is used just as a backup device. So if your optics is gone, you can use this iron sight aiming device. But it's just like for fun. I don't think it's very accurate. So yeah, I think it's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video.